Ang mga batang ngayon lang isinilang, may hangin pa kayang matitikman? May mga puno pa kaya silang aakyatin? May mga ilog pa kayang lalamuyan?
Bakit di natin pag-isipan ang nangyayari sa ating kapaligiran?
Hindi nga masamang pagunlad kung hindi nakakasira ng kalikasan. Lahat ng bagay na narito sa lupa, biyayang galing sa Diyos kahit nung ika'y wala pa. Ingatan natin at huwag nang sirain pa, pagkat pag kanyang linawi tayo'y mawawala na.
This chapter will focus on the human roots of the ecological crisis. 1. The dominant technocratic paradigm, and 2. The modern anthropocentrism, the place of human beings and of human action in the world. Before going into these two topics, we will discuss first technology and science, the creativity they need, and the power they bring. Technology and science are wonderful products of God-given human creativity. We are beneficiaries of 2 centuries of enormous waves of change. We should rejoice in these advances, and be excited by their immense possibilities. For when they are well directed, they can definitely work for improving the quality of human life. But advances made possible by technology and science also bring about power. It gives those with technological and scientific knowledge, especially those with economic resources, to exploit these advances and gain dominance over humanity and the world. Never has humanity had so much power over itself. Yet, there is no assurance that this power is used wisely. It is highly tempting to equate power to progress. But Pope Francis opined that contemporary man has not been trained to use power well. Despite the immense technological development that has occurred, sadly, the development in human responsibility, values, and conscience has been sidelined, if not totally neglected. The risk is growing day by day that man will not use power as he should. Especially when the blind forces of self-interests and greed take control of the power of science and technology. To Pope Francis, the basic problem lies in the way that humanity has learned to accept technology and development as a technocratic paradigm, which is developed as follows. 1. Men progressively approach and gain control over an object in nature. 2. Men extract whatever they can from nature, rendering their relationship with nature to be confrontational. 3. Men become captives of science and its methods, and become totally open to manipulation of everything. The technique of possession, mastery, and transformation is rationalized. 4. And finally, a false notion of infinite quantity of resources and energy abounds. They can easily be renewed, and their negative impact can easily be absorbed. The idea of infinite and unlimited growth is perpetuated. After several decades of exposure to the negative aspects of this technological paradigm, a customary belief has enveloped our lives, and whose effects can be seen in the deterioration of our environment. 1. The evil aspects of the technological paradigm has become a necessity. It is very difficult to do without them, that we cannot utilize their products without being dominated by their logic. 2. Because this technological paradigm usually brings in profits, it is well accepted by the economy, and now dominates both our economic and political lives. 3. Products produced by technological paradigm end up conditioning the lifestyles of people. giving rise to a wasteful and consumerist kind. 4. The specialization that is akin to technology promotes more focused attention, making it difficult to view the larger picture, contributing at making more difficult to comprehend and offer solutions to more complex problems such as the environment and the poor. As we are constantly flooded with new products that appeal to our needs and comforts, life gradually surrenders to technology. It becomes difficult to pause and recover depth of life, to see beyond the present and believe in a happy future. So there is an urgent need to move forward to 1. Slow down, look at reality, and seed appropriate positive and sustainable progress, and 2. Recover the values and great goals swept away by our unrestrained delusions of grandeur. We must resist technocratic paradigm, adopt a distinctive perspective, a way of thinking, creative policies, educational program, lifestyle, and spirituality to resist this. Broaden our vision and move towards integral progress, redirect technology to serve people and produce progress which is more human, more social, and more integral. Modernity has been marked by excessive anthropocentrism, putting greater value on technical thought over reality, where technocracy sees no value in lesser beings, nor special value on human beings. But we can never renew our relationship with nature unless humanity itself is renewed, where, once more, human beings are able to appreciate the value of one another. For we cannot expect human beings to feel their responsibility for the world unless their own selves, their unique capacities for knowledge, will, freedom, and responsibility, are also recognized and valued. There is need for a new synthesis, capable of overcoming the following false arguments. 1. A misguided anthropocentrism, where human beings place themselves as the center of everything, where everything is irrelevant unless it serves one's own interest, leading to a misguided lifestyle. This culture drives people to take advantage of one another, treat others as mere objects, and contribute at developing and adopting the use and throw away cultures that generate so much waste. 2. When God placed man in the garden, the mandate was not only to preserve it, but also to make it fruitful. We were created therefore with a vocation to work. Work is a necessity, a part of the meaning of life on earth, and a path to human growth, development, and fulfillment. Work for the poor. Helping the poor financially must always be just a provisional solution. The broader objective should always be a dignified life through work. Business and jobs. Technological progress increasingly replace human work with machines. But business is a noble vocation, and a fruitful source of prosperity, if it sees the creation of jobs as an essential part of its service to the common good. Economies and employment. To continue providing employment, promote an economy that favors productive diversity and business creativity. Support for small producers. Adopt clear and firm measures in support of small producers and differentiated production. There is a great variety of small-scale food production systems, which feed the greater part of the world's peoples, using a modest amount of land and producing less waste. Acceptance of new biological technologies. These, when involving human intervention on plants and animals, are permissible when they respond to the necessities of human life, and only if it remains within reasonable limits, and contribute to caring for or saving human lives, or for true human development. 1. The Church values the benefits which result from these developments, for as long as it does not lead to indiscriminate genetic manipulation, and ignore their negative effects. 2. Risks of genetic mutations are not always due to the techniques used, but rather on their improper or excessive application. Genetic mutations, in fact, have often been, and continue to be, caused by nature itself. 3. Discussions are needed among those directly and indirectly affected, to know their problems and concerns, and to have adequate and reliable information, in order to make decisions for the common good, present and future.
Bakit di natin pag-isipan ang nangyayari sa ating kapaligiran?
Hindi nga masamang pagunlad kung hindi nakakasira ng kalikasan. Lahat ng bagay na narito sa lupa, biyayang galing sa Diyos kahit nung ika'y wala pa. Ingatan natin at huwag nang sirain pa, pagkat pag kanyang linawi tayo'y mawawala na.